If other gemstones are formed from minerals deep within the earth, pearls are formed inside the body of an oyster. During its growth, if a grain of sand or a foreign object enters its body, the oyster secretes layers of nacre to cover it. Over time, this transforms into a beautiful, lustrous pearl of great value. When a tiny grain of sand, a fragment of rock, or even a parasite slips inside the shell and reaches the mantle, the oyster's soft tissue, it is considered an intruder. So the oyster considers itself under attack and needs to defend itself. To do so, it starts to secrete a substance called nacre, also known as mother of pearl. Nacre is a mixture of calcium carbonate and the protein conchiolin, which is secreted by specialized cells called mantellocytes. These cells are located in the upper part of the mantle, called the inner or visceral mantle. They are responsible for building the shell and are influenced by various factors such as temperature, pH, and the availability of ions like magnesium and strontium. The nacre is secreted as a liquid that gradually hardens into a solid material, forming thin, smooth, and shiny layers around the foreign body. This process is similar to how a scab forms over a wound on human skin. As the nacre continues to be secreted, the layers build up over time, coating the irritant and making it more comfortable for the oyster to live with. Eventually, after months or even years of continuous nacre secretion, a lustrous, rounded pearl is formed. This is how a pearl is born. It is simply a defense mechanism of the oyster to protect itself from external threats. But did you know that there are two types of pearls? Natural pearls and cultured pearls. How are they different? Let's find out. In order to clearly distinguish between natural pearls and cultured pearls, so you can easily visualize, let's get started. First, we have natural pearls. Natural pearls are formed completely by chance when a foreign object, such as a grain of sand or a parasite, enters the oyster's body and irritates its mantle. As we saw earlier, the oyster defends itself by secreting nacre around the irritant, which eventually forms a pearl. Natural pearls are extremely rare, and only about 1 in 10,000 oysters produces one. They usually take many years to form, from 5 to 20 years or more, and the result is often imperfect, less round. In fact, most natural pearls are not perfectly round. And the color can vary widely depending on the species of oyster and the environment it lives in. For example, natural pearls can be white, cream, gray, black, green, blue, or even multicolored. Despite their imperfections, natural pearls are highly valued in the market because of their rarity and difficulty to harvest. They are considered treasures that are found by chance when fishermen open the shells of oysters for other purposes. Natural pearls are also prized for their unique beauty and authenticity, as they are truly natural and have not been influenced or manipulated by humans. On the other hand, we have cultured pearls. Cultured pearls, on the other hand, are produced with the help of humans who implant a small nucleus into the oyster to stimulate nacre secretion around it. The nucleus can be a piece of shell or a small bead made of glass, plastic, or metal. By inserting the nucleus into the oyster, farmers can control the size, shape, and color of the pearl that will form around it. Cultured pearls are much more common than natural pearls and are produced in large quantities in pearl farms. Pearl farms are usually located in coastal areas where there are natural beds of oysters or clams. Farmers can also cultivate oysters in ponds or tanks filled with seawater. The process of implanting the nucleus into the oyster is simple and can be done manually or with special tools. Once the nucleus is implanted, the oyster will secrete nacre around it and the pearl will grow. Depending on the type of cultured pearl, it can take only 6 months to 3 years to form. Compared to natural pearls, cultured pearls are considered more uniform and consistent in terms of size, shape, and color. They are also easier to harvest as farmers can pluck them out of the oysters when they reach the desired size. Cultured pearls are also appreciated for their beauty and quality, but they are not as rare or valuable as natural pearls. In fact, over 95% of the pearls sold in the market today are cultured pearls. This is because natural pearls are so rare that they are hardly found, and most of them are held by private collectors or museums. In conclusion, both natural and cultured pearls are fascinating products of nature and human ingenuity. Natural pearls are extremely rare treasures that are formed by chance in the wild. Cultured pearls are beautiful and common gems that are produced with the help of humans in pearl farms. Both types of pearls have their own unique properties and values, but they both share one thing in common: their luxurious scar created by the oyster to heal itself when irritated. Now let's move on to some interesting facts about pearls. Not all oysters produce pearls. Only certain species of mollusks, such as oysters, clams, and mussels, are capable of producing pearls. Natural pearls are extremely rare. Only about 1 in 10,000 oysters produces a pearl. Most pearls are cultured, meaning they are produced with the help of humans in pearl farms. Pearl colors can vary widely depending on the species of oyster and its environment. Oysters can produce pearls in different colors, such as white, black, pink, yellow, blue, and green. To produce a pearl, an oyster needs to be at least 3 years old. Younger oysters are not able to produce a pearl because their mantle is not fully developed. Oysters can produce multiple pearls in their lifetime, but they are usually small and low quality. High-quality pearls are rare and valuable because they are difficult to harvest and require many years of growth. Some parasites can also produce pearls. For example, a parasite called a pea clam can live inside oysters and produce pearls as a defense mechanism. However, these pearls are usually irregular in shape and color and are not considered valuable. It takes about 6 months to 3 years to produce a cultured pearl, depending on the type of pearl. Freshwater pearls usually take 2 to 3 years to grow, while saltwater pearls take 6 months to a year. Natural pearls are more valuable than cultured pearls because they are rarer and more difficult to harvest. However, cultured pearls are also appreciated for their beauty and quality. Pearls are made of calcium carbonate, just like the shells of oysters and clams. Nacre is a crystalline form of calcium carbonate that is secreted by the mantle of the mollusk. Nacre is one of the hardest substances in nature, second only to diamond. It is very resistant to scratches and impacts, which is why pearls are so durable. Many cultures have myths and legends about pearls. In ancient Greece, pearls were said to have fallen from the sky as tears of the gods. In China, pearls were associated with immortality and wisdom. Today, pearls are still one of the most popular gemstones used in jewelry. They are often used in necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and rings. Hopefully now you understand how a pearl is formed and the difference between natural and cultured pearls. We would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.